another episode of the Leading Ladies podcast, where we celebrate women who are changing the game. I'm your host, Shilpa Khanda Chakkar, and today we have double dose of girl power coming your way. Joining us at Chic Nutrix headquarters, we have Richa and Riya Kalra, the unstoppable sister duo behind the lingerie brand, which is shaking the industry. And the brand that I'm talking about is Candy Skin. These two dared not to join their well-established family business, but jump into a male-dominated industry, thus proving that with some motivation, little courage, and a lot of sass, anything is possible. Today they are here to spill the tea on everything, right from their bold business moves, as well as how they keep their sisterhood game strong while building the business empire. So grab your favorite Chic Nutrix drink, well, I've got mine, and let's dive into the vibrant world of Richa and Riya Kalra.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for having us and inviting us here today.
It's such a pleasure to see you and be here at the show. We're
Yeah.
super proud of Chic Nutrix and your entire journey.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And I love
Not
your
everyone would
products.
know, but we've known your journey from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And
Right from where we were thinking of doing something for women.
and
inclusion.
it is so fabulous. It's so inspiring, and I'm so proud of you. So
Right,
congratulations.
I think it's women inspiring women, and that's what this podcast is all about, encouraging each other. Thank you for joining us to be part of that community.
Of course, anything to support my women.
Viewers would like to know a very basic question. Why lingerie industry?
Before I started the lingerie business, I was brainstorming what is it that I should tap my hands into, my feet into, my entire soul into. What is it that is really missing in India, and not like there aren't any lingerie brands. There are abundance of lingerie brands, but I did not personally resonate with any, like we're talking.
Yeah.
Our entire childhood has been about going to a store, asking, Bhaiya, kaun si bra pehne? And that usual thing, the usual scene we all see, and we all have been awkward about it, and we all have wondered what are
Many
we
awkward
doing?
moments.
Yes, lots of awkward moments. And I wanted to break through because since childhood we've all traveled so much with so much exposure all over the world. I thought I could bring in that international experience to India, that kind of quality and that kind of experience to a customer. And that is what we're trying to build with Candy Skin.
That's great, and I think that's really a must in this industry. And I think before Candy Skin, there was Zivame, which was a women-led startup in this industry, and now we have you guys. How do you think Candy Skin differentiates itself from other lingerie brands?
So we wanted to start a brand that was for everyone and not just for people who are, in a perfect angel-like mindset or shape. So we wanted to start the brand which was available for all shapes and sizes. We had the know-how of how to design all these technical products like shoes and different products, and I put in my brain and energy into designing a perfect bra that could be comfortable for women.
Also, I think our taste, right? Like we've traveled and lived internationally. We've lived in Europe. Both of us have. We've studied internationally. So our palette is very different to what was being sold back then. So when we started Candy Skin, it was all about pop colors. Like it was all candy colors. We did green, yellow, purple, pink, orange, blue, and those are colors that weren't available.
Yeah,
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
Even I have, because I've also traveled and went to university in UK, and I think from there the exposure starts. And after that, I've also been shopping in internationally lingerie. And now I see that you have other brands available in India and online. A lot of it, of course, you can source.
Yeah.
But definitely I see Candy Skin when I go to my searches, go to Nykaa Fashion or any of these apps, and I do see the colors are always something that catch my attention when I am selecting.
Yeah.
Yes.
So with Candy Skin, it was not just the colors, the product, the fit. We try and make a bra possible for every woman. Every woman is different, comes in different shapes and sizes, and not one bra can fit every woman. So we try and create as many different types of bras for all different body types.
Yeah.
And I think a differentiating factor is the fit, of course, but also the fact that we look into the weather conditions where we live.
Okay.
So we live in India and it's hot, it's humid. So we try and create all these products with technical fabrics, which are like, antibacterial panties and sweat absorbent bras and stuff like
fabrics.
that.
Right.
So like stuff like that, stuff that will add value and stuff that wasn't used before.
Right. But you will have to do a lot of education around this, because I don't think so people today are aware of these kind of materials. I mean, do you think you have to still do education around material, around size? I think size is always a big area where I don't think so you ever get it right.
Yeah.
So is there any kind of education you are doing? How do you go about it?
We've started like moving our content on social media, and even when it comes to our ads and stuff like that, with like all types of women, small, big, tall, short, all shapes and sizes, and we try to find content creators that are comfortable projecting themselves in lingerie, because not everyone's comfortable.
Yeah.
And like you said, lingerie is still a taboo in many of these.
It's a very sensitive area. Sensitive
but there are some
point.
bold women out there that are open to flaunting themselves and flaunting their curves and
talking
their bodies,
about
talking about it and
things.
educating their audience. Right, and then it also shows how your products look on like different shapes and sizes. And normally, like when we like make any like product or we manufacture anything that's brand new, we have like a lot of fittings that we do in our office, because we are a women-led brand. 70% of our workforce
every new product that we make, we at least make sure that 50 to 100 women receive that product
and try it out.
Yes,
and then you take feedback.
We take a
from
feedback. We then try it in one market. Could it be Bombay? Could it be Gujarat? Could it be the North? Depending on what kind of neckline is the bra, because there are, you won't believe it, but in Bombay, people don't wear bras that are like slightly high on your neckline. They want to wear a lower neckline. People in the north want to wear
those necklines.
People in the north want to wear something that's high. So we do make products and we put it out in the market in small pockets, and with our loyal customers, and we take feedbacks,
genuine feedbacks,
and then according to the feedback is when we actually mass produce.
So you then also tweak whatever feedback.
Yeah, of course, we constantly keep on doing.
So coming to Candy Skin, when we say this brand name Candy Skin, I'm sure, and I like to personally know always how people come up with a brand name, because there's always an interesting story behind it. Sometimes it's a fun story, sometimes there is a eureka moment, sometimes there is something that you see and you are like, okay, this is it, this is what is the name. So how did you come up with the name Candy Skin?
So as you all know, lingerie is your second skin. It's the closest to your body. I wanted to start the brand with lingerie, but not end my category there. We have lots in our lots that is in line for us, in store for us in the coming few years.
So the dreams are big.
Dreams are always very big. They're very
ambitious.
They're very, very ambitious goals, and I think that's what drives us.
And we want to cover the entire women category. Could it be beauty, bath and body, fragrance, dropping it all, because this seems like you're manifesting chair. Why Candy Skin? Because anything that feels like candy to your skin is why we have Candy Skin.
The colors.
So the lingerie, the colors, the feel, the touch, when you talk about beauty, fragrance, think of candy. Candy resonates with like sweet, soft, yummy.
It's an emotion.
It's an emotion attached to your skin, and I feel that it's such a beautiful name. When I thought of it, I was like, wow, okay, we're gonna keep that.
Yeah, because I feel when you are selling a product, it's not about just product, you're selling an emotion.
Yes, absolutely.
And people should connect with that emotion, and that's where the brand name comes from, that you connect with that emotion.
Exactly.
And your brand ethos, your brand products should always talk or convey that emotion,
of course,
the very same emotion every time.
So that's why we try to keep our brand colors very vibrant. We use out of the box fabric colors, and sometimes our sales team will be like, पीला कलर क्यों बनाया है, who makes orange and who makes purple and who makes green, and you're like, we do.
When you're working together as siblings, Varun and I work together, brother and sister, and I know there are disagreements and bound to happen. There's never sometimes that you see eye to eye or you agree on a point, and I think it's always healthy also to have those differences of opinion. But how do you resolve it? That's also important, because now you're family as well and you are colleagues as well. So how have you handled that situation, being the sisters? Do you think there are times where all these discussions you take home as well, and weekend is also about work, dinner table is also about work? Does this happen to you both?
I think for us, we eat, sleep and breathe our work. And I think when you have a startup, you're pretty much working 24/7.
And
There's
when you
nothing
have a
called
massive
weekend and
family,
weekday.
there are so many people who you have to answer to about how much has your progress been. So we constantly are working towards improving our work, and we constantly have only work on our mind.
Yeah, and for us, honestly, our work is pretty much split.
So what do
Initially,
you handle and what do you handle?
So I look after the e-commerce and daily ops, and like logistics and like basic stuff, and daily functioning stuff. And Richa looks at the finance and the creative bit of the business.
So that's how you have split the business,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that there is less interference in each
Yeah.
other's area.
There
Also,
is no
that how it is?
interference. To be honest, I don't think I could have found a better business partner. Very honestly, we literally look at different places at work, and we haven't come to a place where we've been on a disagreement once and twice in the beginning, where we both used to email each other, "I'm leaving the work."
I'm going. That's
Yeah, consider this as
We
my.
were so formal. We would write each other emails because I was like, I can't say
Did you
this to
say
my
I'm
sister."
resigning?
We did. We did. We did resign on email to each other a bunch of times, but then we started understanding, and then we started, getting a little bit of intervening by our father and our brothers, and all that really helped. They really have been great board advisors for us, and so many of my friends who are into the D2C brand, including you guys, and we've always had help around, to be honest.
Having discussions.
Yeah.
I would call it discussions because I think something fruitful always comes out
Yeah,
of it.
that's what I said. Disagreements are always
Always
important
great.
as well,
So,
because
yeah.
you
Yeah.
tend to see different perspectives as well at
Yeah.
times.
So even at work, if someone like, for example, my VP sales comes and tells someone off, and the other person later comes and will be like, how could he say that to me? And I will be like, listen, something good is coming out of it. Relax.
Yeah.
It's okay. Breathe in. Take it in. Walk a
That's
little,
normally
come
what I
back.
tell her, by the way, because she can get really aggressive with oh my god, how could this person behave like this or do this? I'm like, dude, just chill. After 20 minutes, it'll all be fine. Relax.
Yeah.
You know each other, how to
Yeah,
manage the
yeah.
situation.
Yeah, I think we both have a way of calming each other down
Yeah.
because we both get everyone gets anxiety, if you're like, dude, we're a startup and we have our hands full with so many things and we are handling and we are dealing with so many things on day-to-day basis and you don't realize it.
Yeah.
I don't think when we started Candy Skin we realized remotely how much work it's going to be.
I don't think so we ever realize when we start as an entrepreneur. You always think that it's going to be hunky-dory, because when you see
How
from
could
the
you
outside,
think like that? Yeah.
but before you start, you
Yeah.
can't imagine,
Can't imagine
the
the
kind
amount
of work you would be doing,
and pressure.
the stress.
Now, if I don't have enough work, I just feel like a useless person. Really. I really feel very useless if I don't have a day full of meetings and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what
I like a very busy schedule, and now because this lingerie market is so hectic, right? If my day is not hectic, I just feel like, oh, it's so calm. Let's go for
It's
a
such a chill
manicure.
day.
Yeah, literally, I like this hecticness.
Yeah, I think
it keeps us going.
we spoke about how your family has always been there to support you, and you've been fortunate to have a lot of support from friends and family who've been also mentoring you at some point in time. What's the best piece of advice you've got from them? Anything that always has been in your mind when somebody said it or struck that chord for you?
Yeah, there was this one time when I was thinking in 2019 that I want to go start Candy Skin offline, and I had already signed for the second store, and someone told me, before you open your second store, make sure your first one is, a success. So you need to slow down. And when that person told me you need to slow down, 2 months later COVID hit, and I was like, that's the best piece of advice I ever received, because I had made a down payment for a second store in Breach Candy.
And that's a standalone store.
Yeah, the standalone store. I had spoken and signed a contract for a third store in Delhi. And I was like, I'm so glad that someone made me slow down. Because today, if someone's going to ask me, are you opening your own individual EBO? I'm like, not yet. I'm keeping it slow.
Yeah.
Take steps, one step
Baby
at a
steps,
time.
yeah.
Take baby
One
steps.
step at
Yeah.
a time.
Because I think at times we get so excited and we want
Yeah.
to do so many things, we forget the steps that are involved and
Yeah.
we want to jump onto the next
Also,
one.
I think you don't want to spread yourself too thin, and you should be able to provide customers with all the products that they come into store, and they should be able to buy whatever they were coming in to buy, and buy 2 things more,
Yeah.
right? And not go empty-handed.
So basically, it was what our friend meant was that you should not open an EBO with your only one category that you have launched. Work on building at least 3 or 4
So
categories
you're more
before
offering for the
The
customer.
Yeah.
offering is more.
before you open your EBO.
Yeah.
And this is what I really, held on to, the advice, and we are working on it.
Yeah.
We are
I
working
can
on
see that. And like you
increasing
said,
our-
you started your conversation that you're looking at more categories, and I
Yeah.
think that's where it is coming from.
Yeah.
That piece of advice.
So
that
the
you
day,
got.
the moment we'll hit 5 different categories, we'll start opening our own EBO.
is that success parameter that one has to see before moving to the next step.
Yeah.
So when we talk about success parameter, is it that you check the P&L, are we making profits,
Of
or
course.
how efficient is it, ROI kaisa hai? So I guess you are looking at the finance. Is that what you're looking at before you decide on the next step?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I look at it on an everyday basis.
yeah, I think number games is important as well, not just marketing. You have to eventually.
And if you see today's startups, right, people are just playing on evaluation and just blowing up numbers, making extreme number of losses to get extreme number of customers on board. And we are playing it slow. We are still self-funded, and we only want to pick up a funding from outside when we actually see a profit on our sheet.
Right. I think that's something that everybody struggles from, to understand when is the right time to go for funding.
Yeah.
And timing is important.
And
of
honestly,
course.
it's not tough to pick up a funding. I mean, it's
Oh,
tough.
you see, you
It's
can
very
pick up.
tough. But I mean, we can pick up a funding, but I just don't think we've been ready.
So you never tried it before,
No.
or you
No,
made
but
an
we are
effort and you
working
decided.
towards it. And hopefully next year, we are going to pitch and pick up a funding and get a strategic partner on board
That's
who can help us grow Candy Skin in the market,
Yeah.
in the Indian market, and we want to make this a global brand. I think our vision towards the brand is to make it a global billion-dollar brand.
Yeah.
And yeah,
great. All
So,
the best for that.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
want it to be our billion-dollar story, and I want it to inspire other people and be inspired as well. Be inspired by people like you. Be inspired by people that are always around us and motivating us to keep on going and keep on trying new things and focusing and work hard, and be smart with your work. Don't let anything let you outshine that.
Yeah. It's not about who will let you. It is about who will stop you. And
Yeah.
that's what you should think and just move on, I think. That's how I think. So if you had to change something about the lingerie industry, is there anything that you would like to
change the way people perceive it. At the end of the day, it's an everyday essential.
Yeah.
And you've got to get out of that taboo that, oh, why is she talking about a bra, or why is she talking about a panty? It's something we wear every day. It's like our daily food, daily requirement, daily need.
Yeah.
I mean, also people still have this misconception that business is only run by men, and we still even till date, I think sometimes people call up on a customer care numbers and they're like, "Sir se baat kar raha hu," and
Oh, that happens so
Many
much.
times.
so much.
That
Yeah.
happens, yes.
And I have a standard reply.
Boss
that-
ka hai.
Boss-
They'll ask us, boss ka hai.
हाँ,
And
Or
we also
like-
don't reply back. We're
No,
like,
no.
छुट्टी भी गए, आप भी जाओ.
That's a lot of sass.
No, like even when we've done like trade shows and I'm somewhat standing there and they'll be like, sir, किधर है? And मैंने बोला, sir, छुट्टी पे गए, पता नहीं कब आएंगे, आप भी जाइए.
You've actually done that?
I've actually done that, and I've done it like 1-2 times. And by the third time, I think someone calls us on Candy Scene and says, "Sir, time."
Being women entrepreneur is a challenging, challenging position.
Yeah.
I'm telling you a story from just last week, and I don't know. I mean, you don't have to put this on record, but someone messaged me, a fabric manufacturer from Surat, and he told me I need a meeting with you because I'm a graduate from Italy. I have my own factories and I manufacture fabrics and this and that, and love to come down and this and that. And I messaged him back saying, you know what, I'll put you in touch with my buyer and set up a meeting and blah blah blah. So he said, okay, I'm giving your number to my other employees who are going to get in touch with you. The other employees messaged me, hi Richa ma'am. I went to the catalog and all the fabrics that we manufacture are all the fabrics we don't use. So I messaged him back saying we only, scheduling a meeting is because we don't use any of these fabrics. Cut to, the owner started messaging me, by the way, do you need a model? I have some personal photos taken. Please delete it after seeing it. And
What?
I had not replied to him for like 5 days. Hello Richa ma'am, hello Richa ma'am, hello Richa ma'am. When he messaged me that, I messaged him back saying do not send pictures, and I blocked. So of course it's very challenging to be a woman entrepreneur, and people who think that they can approach you with like from a business perspective and they send you such messages, you're just like, what the hell?
You're really taken aback to like what kind of people are these, and what are they thinking? Really, like,
Yeah, I think that's happens quite a lot and happens to
It's
all
pathetic.
of us. While we talk about these challenging moments as women entrepreneur that we have, what would you say was the most daring thing that you have ever done?
to start Candy Skin. खतरों के खिलाड़ी.
Yeah. And I've been to China a bunch of times and lived in all these interior areas, figuring out how the lingerie is getting made and the manufacturers. I think it's quite daring.
I think even before we started Candy Skin, initially Richa and I lived in China for a bit, I think 2 months, and we were going to different factories, learning the
So
process.
this was for process or to check the fabric?
No, just learning about the
Just
market before we
learning.
launched Candy Skin.
Learning about the product, learning and seeing how is it made, and how, what are they doing and how are they doing it.
This is also in 2016, before we even launched Candy Skin.
Yeah.
So this was more to understand the market, the process, the
Yeah.
technicalities
Yeah.
as well. So how did your parents take it sending you 2 months to China?
No, they don't care. They're like,
They
learn
don't care.
more. They say learn more, you'll be
Yeah.
fine.
I think
I'm always up for education, to be honest, in any way, right? And
No,
I think
they're
experience
very
teaches the most.
encouraging. Our parents. They keep on telling us that why have you stopped? Why aren't you doing something new? Why haven't you grown? They keep on pushing us. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's really good, and it's very. Some of us have been very fortunate at this
Yeah.
that we have family and friends who always support us in whatever we want to do, and they become the wind under your wings.
Yeah.
Make sure you're flying high, and I think we should have that kind of gratitude that we have that. But it's not always easy for some people, and there is a lot of pushback from the family as well. But I think at that moment also the important thing is that don't stop what you said earlier.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself, have confidence in yourself, take that plunge, and that's very important. While this whole journey of Candy Skin, I'm sure there have been various milestones that you would also have thought of that first step is this I want to achieve, second step is this I want to achieve. What has been the most proudest moment so far according to you?
Recently, we finished touching 900 stores in the offline
Wow.
segment, and it's quite a proud moment for me at this moment.
Yeah.
900.
And also, I feel like even though we're a small brand compared to other lingerie brands, of course, we still have a recall value, and we still have customers that are loyal to us, and I think that's very heartwarming. And with lingerie, the loyalty comes in. I think people are stuck to a certain brand because they've been using it for years, and then they make that switch and they are believing in a different brand and they're trying that brand and they are stuck to that new brand. I think it's amazing. And then when you read comments and you read all the reviews people leave behind for you, I think it's really
It's very
heartwarming.
satisfying as well.
It's very satisfying and keeps you going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree, and I think the repeat rate, that's one parameter that we all see, and if we see a good repeat rate, it gives confidence as well that we are doing something right.
Absolutely.
And that is a different kind of satisfaction when you have a brand journey going on, and that's a very important parameter that one should see.
I think so. This one time on Amazon, there was some review, and there was some lady who wrote that she bought our product in Jalandhar, and then she shopped and bought our product online. And then a year later, she's found our product in Delhi, and then she went back online to buy the product, and that she was really happy.
She was this repeat customer who had shopped 5-6 times in these 7 years, and she put a nice Amazon review saying, "I have been following this brand since it got launched. I love the way they've changed the packaging. I love the way they have evolved as a brand, and I'm there to support them."
Yeah.
And someone who we don't know, and we're like, "Wow, thank you."
Yeah, it feels
Yeah.
really good.
I wish that we can make Candy Skin as a synonym for bra in India,
Yeah.
at least.
Like,
So if people are awkward about saying the word bra, I would like the word Candy Skin to be out there, and people will be like, "Oh, can I have a Candy Skin, please?"
that's a nice one, and
Yeah.
a nice vision to have for your brand.
Yeah.
I think when you have a brand, you always want, like I said, it's an emotion, right? What would you want your customers to feel when they wear Candy Skin? Like for me, Chic Nutrix is all about when they have the nutrition, they start feeling confident about themselves, because sometimes you are worked up about your skin or how you look. It's not about you should not have acne or anything, but it's about embracing yourself.
I think
however
Candy
it is
Skin, if someone would have to resonate it in one word, it'd be support system in every manner. Because just wearing a piece of lingerie every day can make you go through your entire day. And we want to be that support system, not only there for you physically, but also there mentally. We wish that we can embrace this women entrepreneurship, hire as many women as possible, and turn this into a complete women-led brand.
That's a very, very good way to widen your brand presence as well, I think, and a very, very important emotion, I feel, Richa and Priya. And super proud of you for coming up with this kind of thought when you're starting the brand, and not just thinking lingerie, but thinking beyond lingerie.
Yeah, support system.
Yes,
Right?
it's like I said, it's emotion. It is very important. For me, Chic Nutrix is about giving that kind of confidence to the women. For you, it's about supporting the women. I think together, that's what we're trying to do with the community, building that kind of community, building that kind of emotion, and super job done,
space,
girls.
There not many people know about this, but obviously there is a lot of stock load that gets left behind, at the end of the year when we sell out bras and stuff, like defected stock and stock that got damaged and spoiled.
Old style
And
or
normally
something.
all the brands end up selling the stock at a very cheap price, like 50 rupees a piece, 30 rupees a piece, and get rid of it basically. It's the getting rid price. So when this started happening to us, everyone, my team told me, "Okay, man, the stock guy is coming. We have 20 kgs of stock lying. I'm selling it." I said, "No. There's so many people on the streets, so many people in the interior areas who don't have bras. Please give it for free." And we keep on sending our stocks to our
People
defective
that
stock.
actually need,
Who are in
need
need
the
and cannot,
products,
and
literally.
cannot afford
We put it in the NGOs, we put it on the streets for the beggars and stuff, because everyone needs a bra. So hence, this entire idea of being a support system, like we don't want women to just feel beautiful inside wearing the bra. We want them to feel beautiful inside out. Like you're also doing a good deed,
Yeah.
Today you're a Candy Skin customer because of you, I'm running the brand, right?
True.
Yeah.
So you are automatically doing something so great by just being a Candy Skin customer. So I really appreciate that thought, and not because it's my brand. I just like that whole idea that I'm able to help women around. And you know, we live in a man's world. No matter what, that's not going to change. But we women can be there for each other.
Yeah.
I think it's women supporting women
Yeah.
in many ways.
I think today it's been about women supporting women, and what a wonderful thought and what a wonderful conversation we have had on this. A great brand in the lingerie industry, that is Candy Skin. We have Richa and Ria doing amazing job, not just thinking business, but thinking about the community, and that's a wider thought with which they started the business. And we wish you both all the very best in your
Thank
journey.
you. Thank you for
Thank you
always
so
being
much.
there for us.
Yeah, thank you for always supporting us
Yeah.
and pushing us to be better than us.
Your support helps us support other women.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all there in it together.
That's
In
true.
it to win it.
In it to
In
win
it to
it.
win it.
Okay, with that, we end our fun section. And thank you so much, Richa and Ria. What a fun ride it was. Hardly looked like a podcast. I don't know. but
Thank you for
I had
having
fun.
Thank you so much for having
We
us.
did.
And it was,
It's been such a blast.
It was a
to be
great
here.
catch up.
yeah, it was a great catch up. And while doing so, I hope all our viewers found something very interesting. And they picked up something from here which they could apply in their journey towards professional life or personal life. And do give us your feedback. Always happy to hear what you liked, what you didn't like. We will always be working towards the betterment of this whole section of podcast. The idea is to help the women community out there and make it more interesting.